Hi there, vinyl community. Another vinyl update. Got a stack of records. I found some pretty okay records, I guess. Cheap stores, thrift stores, Goodwill, whatever you want to call it. Got a couple online and a secondhand, and I got two new records. Well, new as in they were sealed. Let's start off with 3 7 inches. First up, this is Lynx with Intuition. There we are. Intuition, probably the biggest hit these guys had. I had their album, which I didn't quite like, but this song, Intuition, is a great track. This is the UK pressing with the spindle hole, smaller spindle hole. So yeah, there you are. Second one is Afraid of Mice. I'm on Fire, which is backed by Down in the Dark. This is on Charisma. I believe the Dutch pressing, yes it is, made in Holland. Didn't know these guys. They're sort of a new wave power pop group. It's okay. This one, didn't care for it that much. Two of Us, Blue Night Shadow, has Blue Night Shadow Part 2 on the B-side. If you find these guys, their album on CD, pick it up and sell it because it is worth well, not quite a lot, but it's worth a lot more than what you would pay for it at a thrift store. 7 inches, I'm not too sure about. Liked the cover, and I knew the Two of Us, and I thought it was more synth pop. It is synth pop, but it's like that. Oh, and it's on Career. I can't freaking show it. Career Records, Carrera. Again, Dutch pressing. So those are the 7 inches. Nobody cares about those. Starting off with this one, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Dutch edition. As you can see, it says Holland. Ennio Morricone, 1968. United Artists, distributed by EMI in Holland. I might not be the person who enjoys this anymore. I love Morricone's more psychedelic jazz stuff. This is his country, well, not country, this is his spaghetti western music, and it's good. It is, but it's not really what I am looking for in a album. The main theme, everybody knows that. It's been played to death, to be quite honest. I do love the cover art, and finding this at a thrift store is pretty damn good. I don't think I'll keep it. Then we have the Cowsills. On My Side, 1971, UK pressing on London Records. That's the purple London label. Cowsills are an American group of brothers and sisters who I believe were the inspiration to the Partridge Family, musically and visually. It's sunshine pop slash bubblegum pop, but this is 1971, and Led Zeppelin was there, and Black Sabbath, so it's got that little more rougher edge. It's enjoyable. I kind of liked it, but it's not killer. But hey, didn't have this one yet, so for $1, picked it up. Then I also picked up Labi Cifre Watch Me. This is a compilation on Dutch Polydor Medium. I love this label. It's the Polydor label with extra medium in it. Gotta put the record back. If you have a moment. It's got a lyric sheet. That's about it. This is a compilation, and it features It Must Be Love, which was a bigger hit by Madness. But let me see. I was hoping this would be an album that features more of this funky stuff, the stuff that Dr. Dre sampled, for example. But no, it's good. But I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. This musically is not my cup of tea. But I'm gonna keep this album. This looks so freaking cool. I might put this on the wall someday. Just have these black and white sleeves on the wall. This is amazing. Some Dutch called Nederbeat. It's beat music from Holland, and you got here the Jumping Jules and Johnny Lyon and Letty Wessel live. Just look at that. Look at those guys. They're having a blast. Musically, this is early Beatles, where this album came out in 1964, so it's got the early Beatles vibe. It's live, and it's kind of forgettable. They start off with I Saw Her Standing There, so you kind of already know, like, cheap Beatles impersonators. Not really, but the sound, they're using it. This is on Blue Philips. It's an original, I don't know if it's mono or stereo. I have no clue. Does it say on the label? It's mono, original mono pressing from Holland. If you look it up on Discogs, this one guy is selling it for about 90 euros. But not really. This is around 20 euros if you have a decent version. Mine has a little bit of a water damage here. The inner sleeve, which I've exchanged, it's kind of a mold to it, but the album plays fine, and I love this cover. So I'm keeping this, even if I don't really care for the music. Those were the thrift store finds. I got 3 sort of eBay purchases, Marktplaats, as we call it here. I got this one. This is George Benson with Blue Benson, still in the shrink, 1976. Polydor, US pressing. I'm going to show you the Polydor label, but you've just seen it. This is more of the bluesy George Benson, sort of jazzy blues. Not really the funky George Benson that I really love, but I really enjoy this. The first side has Herbie Hancock, Billy Cobham, Ron Carter, and it's got great players. But it's not funky. But if you're looking for funky, George Benson, well, there you have it. This is George Benson with Joe Farrell, I believe. Yeah. It's simply called Benson and Farrell. CTI. There they are. More of a jazz funk vibe here. He's the main player on this. George Benson is doing some small things. There's a couple of tracks where his playing really is noticeable, but otherwise you hear the flute of Joe Farrell a little louder. I think it's funky. I like it. It's not great funk, but it's a good album. Talking about good funk, not the best that this guy did, but I still love this. This is an original US pressing of Jimmy Castor Bunch with Jimmy Castor, the Everything Man, and the Jimmy Castor Bunch. 1974 Atlantic. Got the original inner sleeve. And just gotta look at that guy. He's got the man bag going. The man bag going on. Just love that picture. Not giving a shit. Jimmy Castor being the badass in leather. Great album, great band. And I was really lucky to score this. You don't see it, the Castor bunch, that often at stores. So online, finding it for a decent price. It happened before. Two more albums. First off is a recent reissue of Dub Expression by Errol Brown and the Revolutionaires. This is on Music on Vinyl. As you can see, this is the limited edition. I got 472, meaning it's a colored vinyl release. This is orange. They released another album by Errol Brown and the Revolutionaires. I've sampled it, haven't really listened to it, but it's dub, and I love dub. The spaciousness, the trippiness, good stuff. Yeah, just hoping that will be my picture. I don't know. But this is good stuff. Good stuff. It's like a little over half an hour of music, but worth picking it up. Originals go for crazy money, so it's really worth picking it up if you love dub music. I picked that up because the next album was like half off. This one goes normally for around $30. I picked it up for 15. I had to pick up a copy. This is To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Double album. It's my first Kendrick Lamar album. It's gatefold. It's normal black vinyl edition. Kendrick Lamar, probably one of the I'm not gonna say best hip rappers out there, but he's got a lot to say, and he's really, really good. There's a couple that I really enjoy. I love Kendrick. I love Danny Brown because he's more of like, I don't give a shit. I do whatever the hell I want, and he experiments a lot more musically. Then there's Run the Jewels, Killer Mike and LP. I love those guys. And to be quite honest, I don't really know a lot more. Anyway, I had to pick this up. It's a great price for a great album, double album. And that's my update. This is it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully kept it brief. There's more albums coming in the mail, so there'll be another update soon. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye.